Hello, and welcome to the third video in the online resume workshop, presented to you by the Keys Job Center of Gananoque. My name is Mindy, and I'll be hosting this video series covering the basics of writing a resume from start to finish. For more information on resume writing, interviews, or other employment-related questions, visit www.keys.ca or stop in to your local employment service provider. Part 3. Writing a basic resume. A job seeker should only begin to write their resume once they have 1. Thoughtfully and honestly considered all relevant pre-employment questions. 2. Determine the position, industry, and/or organization with which they are most interested in applying. And 3. Found at least one active local job posting that they'd like to apply for, which meets all of the occupational requirements and expectations. In this video, we will talk about writing a basic resume with a basic format. If you have any questions about a basic resume format, check out the second video in this series, Types of Resumes. For the sake of consistency, we will be using Jane the job seeker as an example. Jane recently had to quit her job to move to a new neighborhood. She doesn't have a car or license and relies on public transportation to get to and from work, so commuting across town to her old employer was not efficient. There are many small stores as well as a bus stop near her new apartment building. Jane now lives with a roommate with whom she shares expenses, so she needs to find a steady income as soon as possible. For this reason, Jane is willing to work in any full-time position that will hire her, that is close to her apartment or commutable by public transportation, and ideally she would like to remain within the retail industry. After answering all the relevant pre-employment questions, Jane dropped into her local employment resource center to look at their job board. There, she found a posting she was interested in applying to. It was for a full-time cashier at a shoe store right beside her apartment building. Jane was now ready to begin writing her basic resume. Jane starts with her header, which includes her name, her email, her cell phone number, and her new address and home phone number. Next, Jane writes her highlights of qualifications. Jane takes a lot of pride in the fact that at her last job, she had been voted Employee of the Month 9 times in 14 months. Jane also includes her customer service and communication skills, which are above average, as well as her ability to appease angry customers. Jane knows that she has many other skills and abilities, but these are the ones she is most proud of and are most relevant to the job for which she is applying. Jane decides that the next section should be her relevant work experience. She starts with her most recent place of employment, known as the Women's Designer Fashion Boutique, or WDFB, where she worked as a cashier and clothing sales associate from April 2016 until July 2017. Jane notes in point form the main duties and responsibilities she had in that position, as well as any measurable positive outcomes that occurred during the course of her employment. Jane completes her employment section with the 2 positions and associated duties she held prior to working at the WDFB. After her relevant work experience, Jane adds her education and certifications. Jane does not actively volunteer with any organization, so she does not include a section for community involvement. Finally, Jane finishes off her resume with a footer, which she mirrors after her header. The last thing she does before saving and sending her resume is to format it, ensuring font type, size, color, and spacing is uniform throughout the entire document. Jane's basic chronological resume is now complete. For more information on resume writing, including what not to do when writing a resume, watch the 4th and final video in this series, the Resume Writing Checklist, or stop in to your local Employment Ontario service provider. Thanks for watching!